Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday morning practice. We're going to be spending hour and a half together, a very intense training for both our body and our mind. So let's start with our first segment of exercise. It has to do with stretching the back, mainly the yang energy that runs in the back facing the sun. So we're going to start with doing 3 deep breaths. So let's focus on the body, bring our mind and the body together, starting at the very bottom of a spine, stretch our spine towards the ceiling. And then now focus on a shoulder, open a shoulder, and then drop a shoulder, relax the shoulder. Focus on the center of a palm, bring up my hands, locking the fingers. Put that right below a belly button, about 2 fingers. That's the energy point. That's actually, we consider the source of all energy. This is when we were inside a mother's womb. This is how the energy gets transmitted into our body. This is called the sea of the chi. Now, as we take a deep breath, we're moving our hand and the body towards the ceiling. And then we're going to start from here all the way to here. Take a deep breath, okay? Very gentle, all right? And then once we start exhaling, I want you to look up to the ceiling. And then when you finish, then I want you to look straight ahead again, okay? Very slowly, gently, concentrating, taking a deep breath. Breathe in. Now, breathe out. Stretch your elbow. And then now look straight ahead again and then open the arms. As we bring down the arms, put some pressure on the wrist and the upper part of the arm as if you're climbing the mountain. And then relax. Back to the starting position again. Straighten our spine. Take a deep breath gently. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stretch your upper arm and the wrist, climbing the mountain. And then back again. Relax. One last time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Climbing the mountain again. And then completely relax. Now we're going to stretch the back. So again, putting your hands together, locking the fingers. Put that right at near the belly button. Palm facing up, palm facing down. Stretch, lock your elbow. Eyes forward, bring up your hands. Feel the stress on your wrists and your fingers. Get ready, go up, all the way up. Now focus on the bottom of your spine and then just stretch your upper torso towards the ceiling. Now lean back, hold it, back to the starting position. Stretch again, lean to the left, entire body leaning to the left, hold it. Come back to the middle, stretch again to the right, come back to the middle, stretch again to the left, come back to the middle, stretch again to the right, come back to the middle, and then lower your hand, relax. Now we're actually meditating the entire hour and a half. It's just that sometimes we meditate when we're in motion, like when we're walking, when we're doing exercise. Sometimes we meditate when we're stationary, like when we're sitting, when we're sleeping, when we are standing. Okay, so as soon as we are in coming back to the sitting position, then we're now focusing on mind, anchoring our mind on a breath, starting with just knowing your breath. I know that I'm breathing in. I know that I'm breathing out. Always relax on the out breath. I know I'm breathing in. I know I'm breathing out. Okay, now back to the motion part again. Open the shoulder, relax the shoulder. Right hand touching the left shoulder. Lean back the forehead so you're putting pressure on the right shoulder. Now put your left hand on the left elbow. All right, and then now stretch to the left, hold it, and then come back, changing hands. Okay, now lean back your forehead so your top of the head is facing the ceiling, facing the sky. Grab the left elbow, stretch to the right, and then come back. Relax again. Back to the stationary mode. Again, focusing on the breathing. I know I'm breathing in. Relax. I know I'm breathing out. Okay, now open your shoulders. Relax your shoulder. Left hand, palm facing the sky. Left hand, fat palm facing the sky. Right hand, put that between your fingers and your palm. Bring down your left hand. Now focus on your elbow. Push your elbow until you lock your elbow. Eyes forward. Use your elbow to push up your left hand all the way up. Feel the stress on your finger and your wrist. Now, eyes forward. Don't turn your upper torso. Take your left hand and just stretch it all the way to the right. Hold it and then come back. Relax the other hand. Bring it down. Force out. Push out your elbow. Eyes forward. Elbow up. And without turning the upper torso, right hand to the left. Stretch. Come back. And then relax. Back to the breathing again. It's very, very important that when you exercise, you maintain the harmony between the yin and the yang, between the energetic and the restorative, between the fight and or flight and the rest and digest. Very important. This is about knowing how to manage your cortisol. Okay, now continue. Open your shoulder, relax the shoulder. Right side up, palm facing the sky, wrist 90 degree. Left side down, 90 degree again. Open your shoulder. Now imagine the sky has fallen on the top of your right palm. Push up the sky all the way up. Push it up. Now imagine the earth has popped up into your left palm. Push down the earth. Okay. Now take your right arm, lean back your right arm, turn your head to the left until you reach the shoulder, no more. And then keep turning your eye as if you're looking at your back. Now bring back your eye, bring back your head, and then relax. Now the other side. The other side. Open the shoulder. Okay. Now left side, push up the sky. Oh. Right side, push down the earth. Oh. Okay. Now left hand, lean back. Right head turn. The head turn to the right shoulder. And then eye keep turning until you look at the back, as if you're looking at the back. Now eyes come back, head come back, and then relax back to the breathing. Okay, you need to train your body so that you're back and forth between the energetic and the restorative, right? So when you're energetic, it means that you're in danger. Your body is in danger. You're under a lot of stress. You want the body to know that so that it can respond instantaneously and release all the stress hormone that you need. The cortisol into the bloodstream, the adrenaline into the nerve. But then when you don't need it, you want the body to know, oh, the danger is over. Back to the cave, rest and digest. Okay, it's very, very important that's the key to our health, key to our aging. Okay, now we're gonna work on the back now. First, we're gonna do what's called stretching the dragon's back. Open the shoulder, relax the shoulder, lock your fingers together, palm facing up. Now palm facing down. Put that on the lower part of your body. Okay, now stretch your elbow. Stretch your elbow. Now focus on the palm as well as the top of the head. All right, get ready. Palms down and then the top of the head go up. Stretch. And then relax. Now focus on your forehead. Bring up your arm and the forehead back. Hold it and then relax. Back to the breathing. One breath at a time. Now we're going to do the next set of exercise, okay? Working towards what's called the reverse Buddha. All right? Open your shoulder, stretch your spine, relax your shoulder. Okay? Now right hand, two fingers pointing to the lower back. Lean back the forehead so your top of the head is facing the sky. Okay, now lift up your right shoulder, pointing your fingers down. And relax the other side. pointing to the lower back. Left shoulder up, fingers down, and then relax. Back to the breathing. The breathing part is just as important as the exercising part, okay? Open the shoulder, relax that shoulder. Right hand, the back of the hand at the lower part of the lower back. Fingers pointing to the left shoulder. All right, now stretch your shoulder down and your finger up, and then relax. The other side, pointing to the right shoulder. Left shoulder down, fingers up. Now bring your right hand, touching the fingers. Look up. Okay, so your eyes are forward. Top of the head is facing the sky. Right shoulder up, left shoulder down. And then relax. Back to the other hand. All right. Left shoulder up, right shoulder down. And then relax. Back to the restorative. Focus on our breathing. Okay, now check your breathing. Slow down your breathing. Don't huff and puff, okay? At the same time, I want you to check the inside of your mouth, see if it's dry. Your mouth is dry because your salivary gland has been turned off. So salivary gland has been turned off because you have cortisol in your body. So you want to relax, dissipate all the cortisol, and then let your saliva come back again. Now we're going to do the reverse Buddha. Open your shoulder, relax the shoulder, put your hands together, fingers pointing down, put that in your lower back, sit up straight, top of the head pointing the sky, eyes forward. Rotate your hands so the fingers are pointing up, bring it up, put your palm on your back. Now you're going to do two things simultaneously. First is that you're going to push your palm forward, then you're going to open your shoulder. And then relax. Now we're going to sit for 5 minutes, okay? And this is, even though I mentioned that we've been meditating since the beginning of the class, this is the first time that we actually do a sitting meditation, which is more common. But keep in mind that meditation doesn't mean sitting, okay? Meditation means, the closest word to meditation is Zen. In Chinese, it's called Chan. In North India, it's called jhana, right? It's to let your mind settle. All right, now we're going to do that by focusing on our sitting posture. So if you sit like I do, you can pick any way. Okay, now this is the simplest way, which is to put one in front of another. Okay, that's a perfectly fine sitting posture. Often we would put this other one like this. This turned out to be a official sitting posture, very popular in Myanmar, very popular, especially with women. Okay, and so you can sit any way you want. It doesn't matter, right? Now, some of you like to put one on top of another, and that's perfectly fine too. Okay, now whatever you do, I don't want you to do this. Okay, I don't want you to do this, because when you do this, you're using your muscle, and you generate fire. Okay, so when we sit, we're focusing on what we call the earth element, using the structure of a body and not the muscle. Okay, now we can sit like this, but you say, well, I can't sit like this. Well, put some pillow, or it's perfectly fine if you just sit on the chair. When you sit on the chair, just make sure that the bottom of your feet are touching the floor. Okay, all right, so we divide the body into 7 parts. This is the first part. The second parts are the hands. Now, some of you like to sit like this. I would advise you to sit like this. If you need to hold a certain mudra, don't do this. Just do this. Again, we don't want to use the fire element. Okay, just rest your hand somewhere. If you want to hold a mudra, you can do that, but just leave it somewhere on your knee, on your thigh, anywhere. The third part is your spine. This is actually the most important part. We sit like the bell, right? Now later on, we're going to be doing some standing meditation. We stand like the pine tree. So we sit like the bell, we stand like the pine tree, we lie down like the bow, like in bow and arrow, and we walk like the wind. Okay, those are the 5 postures. So we sit like the bell, which means that we need to hang the middle of a bell from the ceiling, which is a spine. So focus on the lower part of your spine. Imagine you're counting the disc on your spine one at a time. As you count towards the top of the head, you stretch your spine towards the top, towards the ceiling, as if you're hanging the spine on the ceiling. And then once you hang your spine on the ceiling, then you relax. Now, your entire weight of your upper torso is on itself. Okay, you're not leaning forward, you're not leaning back. In fact, I think you ought to lean back slightly. Okay, now to the shoulder. There's 2 energy points here called the gate to the cloud. There's 2 energy points here called the well of the shoulder. So I want you to open the gate of the cloud and then focus on the top of the shoulder and then just relax the shoulder. All right. Now, the only thing remaining is your head. And I want you to feel the back of your neck. And most of the time, we're leaning forward like this, which means that we're using the muscle again, creating fire. So what we want to do is want to focus on the forehead and lean back the forehead until the ears are on top of the shoulder and the back of the neck is touching the collar. Okay, now the weight of the head is on the spine, except that the top of the head, which is what we call the 100 meat, this is where all the yang energy comes together, is facing the back. So what we want to do is we want to tuck in the chin until this energy point at the top of the head is on top of the central nervous system, pointing the sky. You're actually being the conduit between the energy from the earth and energy from the heaven. Okay. Now, the last 2 are the eyes and the tongue. So I want you to relax your forehead, feel your forehead, relax your forehead. Feel between your eyebrow, relax between your eyebrow. And then I want you to relax your eyelid. It actually creates a lot of stress when you try to shut your eye completely. You actually want to relax. And when you relax, your eye opens slightly, like the baby. When the baby is asleep, they don't shut the eye. They actually don't. They just relax the eyelid. You can see. You could at first you think that they're pretending to sleep. They're not. When they shut their eye, they're pretending. So just relax your eyelid back to the baby and like the baby. You can now start to see your eyelashes. You can see your knee. You can see your hand. You can see your floor. I don't recommend that you open your eye. I just want you to relax your eyelid. Okay. Finally, I want you to check the inside of your mouth. See if it's dry. A lot of times your mouth is very dry and you need to drink a lot of water. That's because you're under stress, right? Now I want you to relax your jaw. Then I want you to take the tip of the tongue and put that behind here. This is a very important energy point right here between your nose, the bottom of your nose, and the upper part of your lip. This is called the center of your being. And it's actually between your teeth and the roof of your mouth. Just take the tip of the tongue and just touch it there. Close your mouth. This actually reactivate your saliva gland, restore your digestion and your immunity. Okay, so it's very important that you maintain this posture. Now I want you to focus on your breathing, starting with knowing, and then we go from knowing we move towards anchoring. But just knowing your breath. I know I'm breathing in. Feel your breath. I know I'm breathing out. Okay. Now we're going to anchor our mind onto our belly button. As soon as you know that you're breathing in, I want you to just use your mind and move forward as if you're taking the belly button and move it across the room. You don't actually have to do anything. Your body would follow. The body follows the mind. And then as soon as you know that you're breathing out, I want you to, as if you're taking the belly button and take it all the way to the back. All the way to the back. The body would follow. Okay, you don't need to beat your body into submission. The body would follow. As you breathe in, move forward. As you breathe out, move backward. Okay, we're gonna sit like this for 5 minutes. Relax, completely relax. Okay, completely relax. Maintain the posture. Stretch your spine, open your shoulder, lean back the forehead, relax the eyelid, leave the tip of the tongue at the roof of your mouth, right at the beginning of the roof of your mouth, and then just focus on your breath. As soon as your mind wants to leave, that's what we call the monkey mind. Just ask your mind to come back, focus on your breath again, one breath at a time, okay? I want you to feel your stomach, your lower part, your lower abdomen. If you focus on your breath, focus on your belly button, you're going to still feel a little bit of warmth in your belly button, in your belly. And if you use the time to relax and just feel your body as opposed to thinking your body, you also feel that like your top of the head is a little bit cooler. You're not burning energy anymore. You're not killing brain cell anymore. You're just focusing on your breathing. You're regenerating your chi, what we call prenatal chi, the chi that you receive from your mom when you're inside her womb. Now open your eyes. Now we're on to the second segment of exercise. The first one is about stretching, but it's not just stretching the muscle, it's really stretching the yang energy line, which are all in the back facing the sun. And now the second part is about joint exercise. And it's not just about joint exercise and more about really relieving the blockage of your qi, which are the inside of the arm. So the three yang yin lines are the one that we name after the heart, the pericardium, and the lung. And so I want you to be mindful of the three energy point across, and the three energy across your wrist, and the three energy across your elbow, and all the energy points around your shoulder as you do the joint exercise. Okay. So back to the body again, mind, body together. Stretch your spine, open your shoulder, relax your shoulder. Focus on the center of your palm. Once your mind and your body is together, bring up your hands all the way to shoulder level. Now I want you to focus on the wrist as you do the wrist exercise. Now this is no different than sitting meditation. When you're doing sitting meditation, you're mindful of your breath, one breath at a time. When you're doing joint exercise, you're mindful of your body and you're one turn at a time, focusing on the wrist. Examine your body, feel your body. See if you detect any changes in your body, any heat, any sweat, any numbness, pain, tightness, anything. Just feel your body. Now we're going to go the other way, but make sure your mind and your body is together, focusing on the center of your palm. We're going to go the other way, one turn at a time, one turn at a time. And now we're going to lower your hand, but before you lower your hand, make sure your mind and your body together. You're actually focusing on the center of your palm, and then you bring it down. Back again to the body, open the shoulder, relax the shoulder, back again to the center of your palm, bring the hands up, use your mind. And now we're going to focus on the elbow. Again, it's about the energy points at the across the elbow. Feel your elbow, one turn at a time, one turn at a time. Okay, one turn at a time. See if you can detect any change in your body. And now we're going to go the other way. Again, focus on the center of your palm before you do anything. Back again, one at a time, one at a time. And now we're going to lower your hand, but make sure your mind and the body are together. Mind, body together. Lower your hand. Open that shoulder again and relax the shoulder. We'll go from the wrist to the elbow to the shoulder. Focus on the center of your palm. Bring up your hand, crossing your hand. Follow your hand. And now all the way up, stretch. And then as you come down, I want you to turn, bend your wrist a little bit, stretch out your elbow as if you're climbing, touching the wall, touching the wall. Back again. Bring up your hand, stretch, open your shoulder, and relax. Follow your hand, stretch, touching the wall, relax, back again, follow the center of your palm, stretch, touching the wall, and relax one last time, up, stretch, touching the wall, and down. Now we're going to go the other way. Follow the hand, open first, stretch, down, open first, stretch, and then down. Very mindful of your body. Very mindful of your body. Stretch and down. One last time. Open, stretch, and down. Open your shoulder. Now we're going to do front and back, but this time it's going to hurt a little bit. And I want you to learn how to um, overcome these unpleasant feeling by just accepting that unpleasant feeling and then walking away from it. Okay. All right. So this is only pain on your shoulder. Don't make it suffering. Okay. Pain and suffering are two different things. Open your shoulder, relax your shoulder, focus on the center of your palm, bring it up. Get ready. Bring it as far back as you can. Open the shoulder, feel the pain, accept that pain, and then let go of the pain. Letting go means come back to the center of your palm. Come back, focus in the center of your palm. Bring it up. All the way back, open the shoulder, feel the pain, accept that pain, let go of the pain, and all the way back, feel the pain, accept that pain, let go of the pain. All the way back, feel it, accept it, let it go. Come back to the center palm, all the way up, feel it, accept it, and then let it go. One last time, open, feel it, accept it, and then let it go. And then back, as far back as you can. Up, stretch, bring it back down. Up, back, up, stretch, bring it back down. Back, up, stretch, bring it back down. And one last time. Stretch, and then come down. Once again, we're back into the stationary form. Remember this, when you are moving, you focus on your body. When you're walking, you focus on the bottom of your feet. When you're cutting vegetable, you focus on your hand. But when you're sitting, you focus on your breath. One breath at a time. Okay, now we're going to do 3 exercise. Then we're going to do another sitting meditation. But this time we're going to do what's called a metta meditation, loving kindness. Before we do that, we're going to do continued exercise, 3 different, what we call the internal energy exercise. Open that shoulder, relax the shoulder. This is called double blade. Okay, I don't know if you've ever seen Chinese opera. At the beginning of opera, a soldier come out, roll on the floor, takes out a blade, and it turns out that it's 2 blades. Okay, they split up the blades. That's this one. You're actually having 2 blades. One is your left hand protecting the front part of your body, and then you have the right hand. The right hand is to protect the back of the body. All right, now we're going to learn how to separate a left brain from a right brain. Left hand stationary, right hand sweeping the front. And then now, as if you're protecting your back, bring it as far back as you can. Feel the pain on your shoulder and then let go of the pain. Come back to the center of the palm. Left hand, right hand stationary, as far back as you can. Feel it, accept it, and then let it go. Right hand, open very gently, focus, feel it, and then let it go. Left hand, open, feel it, accept it, and then let it go. Right hand, 2 more times, okay? Open, feel it, let it go. Left hand, one last time. Open, feel it, and then let it go. Come back to the breath. Okay, now the second exercise called throwing the fist is actually another martial art exercise to learn to increase the reach, okay, when you punch someone. And so when you throw the hand, make sure that when you reach the end, you open the fingers so the energy can travel all the way to the extremities and they come back. Action equal to reaction. Second thing is that you want to open your wrist. Third thing is that the shoulder has to go, okay? Has to be part of this. Open your shoulder, bring up your right hand, make a fist. Follow that fist, get ready. Up, come back, feel the vibration coming back to your shoulder, and then up, down, down, up, up, down, down. One last time. Up, up, down, down. Now open your shoulder, follow both hands. Once again, when you reach the end, you have to open your fingers, feel the vibration, feel the energy going all the way to the extremity and come back to your shoulder before you do the next one. Open your shoulder, sit up straight, 2 hands, get ready. 1, come back, feel the vibration coming back to your shoulder. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Back to the breathing again. Let your body know that danger's over. Time to restore the rest and digest. Okay, it's very important that we maintain this harmony between the yin and the yang. Okay, otherwise you have what is called autonomous disorder. You have too much, you're stuck on the fight or flight, and your body is constantly inundated with stress hormone. And cortisol is a wonderful thing. It's anti-inflammatory. Okay, how the body, it's a medicine coming up from the body to heal inflammation. Except when you have too much. When you have too much, the body um, cre- um, loses its ability to heal itself. So you need to tell the body there's time for everything. There's time for energy, and then there's time for restoration. Okay. Now, this last exercise is really about initiating the exercising the vagus nerve, which starts at the bottom, which starts at the neck to the bottom of the neck, shoulder, back, and then the internals. So it's very important that we move the shoulder, move the neck, move the back, move the elbow, the wrist, and deep breathing at the same time so we can energize the diaphragm, massage internal. Okay, so this is a very, very profound exercise. So I want you to focus on your body. Close your eye. You don't even have to look at me. Just focus on your body as if you're whispering to your body. Okay, now I want you to focus on the top of the shoulder. Open that shoulder and then relax the shoulder. Now I want you to take your hand, put the thumb in this energy point called the gate to the cloud, roll up your 4 fingers, totally relax. Now back to the top of the shoulder again. Lift up the shoulder. You notice that when you lift up your shoulder, you're lifting up the entire upper torso, including your elbow, all the way as if your shoulder is now at your ears. Okay. Now I want you to point the elbow back, open that shoulder, as if you're squeezing a tennis ball between your shoulder blades. Now I want you to point your elbow down, completely relax. Now I want you to point your elbow forward, and now you're bending your neck, you're bending your back, and your shoulders are forward, and you're looking at the floor. As you bring up your elbow, I want you to take a very gentle, deep breath. Breathe in, or close your mouth. Breathe in. And now you're looking at the ceiling, so you're opening your shoulder, and then you're dropping your shoulder. Your eyes are looking straight ahead again. And as you come down, I want you to breathe out. Then back to the starting position again. Breathe in. Open. Breathe out. Forward. Breathe in. Lift up your body, looking at the ceiling, and then breathe out. Forward again. Bring up your elbow, lift up your body, breathe in. Open your shoulder, breathe out. It's very important that you lift up your body when you breathe in, okay? Breathe in. Open, breathe out. Breathe in. Open your shoulder, 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 breathe out. Breathe in. Looking at the ceiling now, open your shoulder, breathe out. Looking down at the floor. One last time, breathe in. Open the shoulder and then breathe out. Lower your hand. Relax. Okay. Now, a couple of weeks ago, maybe more than a month ago, I talked about reverse aging, right? How to slow down your aging. And I also talk about how to put a positive spin on it, looking at it from a different perspective, is how to be a super ager. And of course, it starts with food. We all know that. Eat the right food, eat the right amount, eat the right time, eat with the season. Make sure that the food that you consume, the animal and the vegetables, actually have seen the sun, and then they're not growing in a factory under artificial light. That's the least important, as it turns out. Turns out that exercising is very important, but exercise in a way that maintain the harmony in your body. Okay. Then it's very important to learn to manage your stress hormone. And we did all that. Finally, it's very important to maintain the right attitude. And I call this the ABC of super ager. Always be compassionate. Turns out that that is the most important. And so we're going to learn how to be compassionate, how to be loving kindness, how to bring the loving kindness out. And there's a number of things that we do, and let me explain that. It's actually very scientific. So when we did the first sitting, I asked you to focus on the belly button, open the stomach as you breathe in, which means that you're pushing down the diaphragm. And when you breathe out, focus on the belly button as if you're taking the belly button and bring it all the way back, which means that you're collapsing the stomach and bringing up the belly button, the diaphragm. And you notice that doing breathing with your stomach is common in all spiritual practice, whether it's yoga, whether it's Tai Chi, whether it's Qigong, whether what we do here. It's always about that diaphragm. And the reason is that two reasons. One is that it turns out that there's a lot of stress that accumulate into your stomach, all the intestines, all the everything inside. The other reason is that when you do this, you're actually generating electricity because your body, the muscles, everything, they are piezoelectric. So when you do the deep breathing like this using a diaphragm, you're exercising the intestines. The intestines are very long. The length of the intestines is 6 times the height. So it's very, very long, very, very long. Okay. And so it has a lot of surface area. And so when you exercise, it generates a lot of electricity. All right. So that's why you feel warm. And now, if you learn to bring up that electricity through your spine, it becomes electricity traveling through your spine. And then, if you're willing to let go of the energy because you're very compassionate and you feel that you need to convey that loving kindness to the beings, all the beings, then it becomes light. And that's why in yoga we always say, and I explained this before, we call namaste. Nama, the word comes from nama rupa. Rupa means the body. Everything that's physical about your existence is called rupa. Everything that is metaphysical about your body is called nama. Deep in that nama is the light in you. And so when we say namaste, is may my light see your light. It's the highest form of communication. It's the loving kindness. And so we need to understand how that works, but we also need to focus our mind. And so we all know of angels, guardian angels, someone that you know in your mind, in your religion, that represents positivity, right? And that could be Virgin Mary, it could be Jesus of Nazareth, it could be the big belly Buddha, it could be in our religion, it could be Guan Yin, the goddess of mercy, somebody that represents positive energy. So I want you to back to your sitting posture, stretch your spine, be mindful of the energy that you can accumulate in your lower belly. Be mindful of your spines, which becomes the conduit for that energy. And now I want you to relax your eyelid. And you see your eyelids are full of black clouds and colors and all kinds of things. Those are the things that are actually covering the inner core of your existence. They're what's preventing you from expressing your loving kindness. They could be your attachment, your aversion, your doubt, your depression, your anxiety, all of that. But I want you to see past that. I want you to actually see past that. You see the light, and I want you to put your guardian angel, whoever that is, at the light. You see the light coming from your guardian angel. Now I want you to take a target, somebody that you feel that needs your positive energy, loving kindness today. Could be a pet, could be a friend, could be a family member, could be someone you haven't seen in a long time, could be someone who's actually in the hospital. It could even be someone who had just passed away, like we have in a school. And it could even be someone that you just absolutely hate with a vengeance. Your neighbor, the guy who walk his dog in front of your house and don't pick up. I want you to imagine taking that person and put that between you and the guardian angel. I want you to imagine yourself being so compassionate that you're even willing to give positive energy to that person. Not for him or her, but for yourself. Okay? Now back to the body again. Relax the body. Focus on your breath, one breath at a time. Feel your stomach. Now, as soon as you breathe, I want you to focus on your lower back. As soon as you breathe in, I want you to take that energy, bring it up your spine, all the way to the top of your head. And as soon as you reach the top of your head, let go of that energy. Let go of the positive energy. Don't let it stay in your head. Don't let it stay in your brain. Let it all go towards your guardian angel, towards the object of the day, someone you love or someone you don't love. Doesn't matter. And then as soon as you feel that you're breathing out, imagine the energy from far. Bring the energy back through your eyelid. Let it travel towards your stomach. And then as soon as you breathe in again, the energy travel up your spine towards the beginning, towards the top of the head, and let it all go towards the light in your eye. And as soon as you know that you're breathing in, bring it all back into your stomach and up again. All right. Now we're going to do the chanting. I'm going to help you in put yourself in that loving kindness mode. Remember now, ABC. Okay. Always be compassionate. We're going to chant. Very simple chant. As we bring up the energy, we say Sapa. Sape. It means all. As we come back, we say Sata, means all beings. As you bring it up again, Sukhi, it means be happy, be peaceful, be health, be positive, and then come back. Hantu, it means that's the vow that you're making. May all beings be happy. That's what it means, okay? All right, 5 minutes. Now get into it. Okay, now chant with me. By chanting, when we were exercising, we're exercising the vagus nerve, which is the 10th cranial nerve. Now we're exercising the ninth cranial nerve, which is at the bottom of your throat. So chant with me, okay? This is chanting in Pali, the original language of the historical Buddha. 5 minutes. Sit up straight, focus on your belly button. Know that you're breathing in, know that you're breathing out. Now focus on the lower back as you breathe in. Let go of all that positive energy towards the light. And then now focus on that positive energy as you come back. Sata. Come back to the belly button. Suki. Bring it up. Let it all go. Handu. Bring it back. Okay. Get ready. Sape. Sata. I want you to focus on the center of your palm. Put your palms together. Focus on your fingers. Put your fingers together. Put that in front of your upper torso. This hand gesture represents our humbleness, our gratitude, and our compassion. May all beings be free of animosity and negative energy. Sabe Sata Abhaya Hantu. May all beings be free of spiritual suffering. Sabe Sata Anaka Hantu. May all beings beings be free of all physical suffering. Sape sata ayapaja handu. May all beings be protected with positive energy. Sabe sata suki atano pariyarantu. Okay? So do that every day. You don't actually have to chant, just focus your energy towards compassion. Always be compassion. All right? So it's almost, we only have about 35 minutes left. We have a lot to do. But I do find it necessary to tell you a little story. So this is not my home. I actually came down to visit my daughter. And normally I'm in the dining room of my house, which is in San Francisco. I actually bought the house from my parents. They lived there for 50 years, and then they retired and they sold the house to me. And we have a neighbor on the left side of our house. They're the neighbors from hell. Unfortunately, we grew up together. So when we moved in the neighborhood, Mr. and Mrs. Nelson, they became best friend of my parents, and they do a lot of stuff together. But as they get old, their kids become drug addicts, becomes petty criminals. It was a mess. It was a mess. And unfortunately, they die one at a time. First, older son, then the son-in-law, and one at a time. It's just a mess. And my wife gets really upset. They pound, they all kind of all the things you can imagine. And I don't usually show a lot of emotion because I just want to practice my metta, loving kindness. So whenever I get upset, I just practice my compassion. So as we were driving down, my wife and I were having conversation, and she's always very upset at the neighbor. And then she said, "Oh, I saw the daughter, the youngest daughter, one time." I said, "Really? They came back, huh?" "Yeah, yeah." So they lived there again, and she was carrying a lot of grocery. And I happened to be coming back home, so I said, "Oh, wait, let me show you this." So she went to the basement. We had a shopping cart that was left over from my mother-in-law. She died about 2.5 years ago, and she bring the shopping cart to her and said, "Hey, why didn't you take this? It will help you." And the daughter says, "Oh, you're so kind." And I imagine, these are the neighbors from hell. And my daughter, my wife, decided that she wanted to be compassionate, and and uh, and gave her the gift. So I felt very proud, because that's the practice. That's the practice. Okay. And it's what Jesus says, turn the other cheek. That's what it means. And it's for us. It's really all. It's the most important in preventing premature aging is your mind. Be compassionate. All right. So we're going to continue with our exercise. Now, I don't just lecture on this, I practice this, okay? A, B, C, that's right. Okay, now, I want to show you how to do massage. Okay, I don't know if you can see my back. Yeah, I'm going to show you how to do massage. And a lot of you have high blood pressure, so the doctor gives you high blood pressure medicine, which is great. You lower your blood pressure, except that they don't explain why you had high blood pressure to begin with. Half a reason why you have high blood pressure is because you don't have enough oxygen. Okay, your lung and your heart are not working properly, so you don't have enough oxygen to your brain. And so when you take high blood pressure just to knock down the blood pressure, then you make it even worse. You're getting less and less oxygen into brain, and it creates a lot of pain in this back right here. Okay, so we're gonna work on this today. The important energy points to one of the things is that it lowers your blood pressure because it actually increases your blood flow. And so let's start with the pain. So the most important energy point is right here. Okay, now you feel this little dimple right here. There's that indentation right here and over here. Okay, two sides. So I want you to massage that first. Okay, squeeze both sides, massage. Oh, that first. Okay, this is where you want to work on. Now, I want you to use your right hand, put that below your ear. There's another cavity. Both of these have the same common word in their name, which is wind. Wind means nerve, something that you cannot see, cannot smell, cannot taste, only can feel. Now I want you to put your hand on the bottom of your ear and just pull towards this energy point called the pond of the wind. Okay, now back to the bottom of the ear and pull towards that. Back to the bottom of the ear and just pull towards that. Okay, you feel the relief. Now the other side, at the bottom of the ear, your cavity right there, pull it towards your neck. Okay. Now I want you to start at the top of the ear, and now whereas the bottom is actually below the bone, here is on top of the bone. I want you to do the same thing, but you really already feel the stress, right, being relieved, and then same thing on the other side. Pull it towards this cavity. All right. Now, this energy point is part of the energy line that we name after the gallbladder, which has to do with nerve. And now there's another point which is on top of the shoulder. We've been calling this the well on the shoulder. Now I want you to take your right hand, reach as far back as you can. You notice that there's a cavity here. I want you to press down and pull towards the shoulder. Okay, until you reach the top, you feel a little bit sore here, right? Go to the bottom, pull it towards the top of your shoulder and massage that. Pull it towards your shoulder. When you reach the top of the shoulder, there's a cavity, and just massage that. And then once again. Now I want you to connect these 2 points. Start at you might have to go into the skin and start at the top of the shoulder and then just actually start here and then just go down and then go down. You see it? Go down. Go down. All right. Okay, so that's the preliminary, and now we're going to do some real work. Put your hands together. Use the thumb, press down on this cavity. Okay, it's like it's like when you sweep the floor, you put all your dirt into this spot. And it's now the time to suck up the stress. Now put down your thumb, press down with your thumb, lean back the forehead, maintain the stress as if you're squeezing the water hose. Okay, and then relax, massage a little bit. Second time, and then relax, massage a little bit. Third time, and then massage a little bit. Now, right hand on the left side, press down with your forefinger and pull it towards the right side. As if you're opening the channel. Same thing on the other side, press down, pull it towards the left. Okay. All right. Now, you feel a little bit tingling on top of your head. Okay. That's because the energy flow started to go to the top of your head. So now it's a good time to massage. So you take your hand, like making a claw, set a claw, put it on your forehead, and just gently go up, and then down, up, and then down, up, and then down. All right. Okay. So now we're going to take the fingers, put that on top. Now it's very important that you lean back your forehead so that, and then tuck in your chin. So the top of the energy point, this right here, is on top of the central nerve system. And then we do this 30 times. Get ready? Go. Okay, now massage again. All right, so we consider all these the extremities. This is where the energy travels, and then they have to come back, right? So the yang energies are the one that travels out, and the yin energies are the one that travels back. So all these endpoints, all these energy lines that goes to the top of the head, they comes to your face. So it's very important that we massage the face. So the first energy point that we're going to massage is the beginning of your eyebrow. Now you feel that there's a cavity there. So I want you to just press down with your index finger. Make sure that the top of the head is facing the sky. Okay. And then massage. Press again. Massage. And press again. All right. Now put the fingers between the eyebrow and squeeze the eyebrow as if you're squeezing the toothpaste. Okay. You feel the stress that you're relieving. Now I want you to follow from where we were before, go down to the corner of your eye, and right before the corner of your eye, there's a bone, right? Like the eye socket. Feel that cavity there. This one actually relieve the pressure on your eyeball. So use your thumb, press down with your thumb. We're going to do a little bit of eye yoga. So close your eye. Now take your eyeball and look up. right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up. Now we're going to go counterclockwise. Left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up. Okay? Now open your eyes. This energy point is called the bright eye. So actually relieve the pressure on your eyeball. So now we're going to massage the bottom part of the eye. 1, 2, 3. The other side. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to massage the corner of the eye. Use your index finger. Put that in your corner of your eye and just massage. Now we're going to use 2 fingers. Start at the corner of your eye. Go down to the corner of your mouth. You can use 2 index fingers. Put that outside your nostril. Press down. Massage. Press down. Massage. Press down again. All right. Now we're going to put your fingers right here. Okay, there's an energy point here. So when a person has high blood pressure, this is the sensing point. It senses that you don't have enough oxygen to your brain. So that's why it pumps your heart. Okay, now put that on your finger and just massage that. Okay, now we're not done yet. We're gonna come back, but first we're gonna learn how to massage our fingers. So a lot of times we have arthritis or we have ache everywhere. That's inflammation. That's just because there's blockage of your qi, and your qi is not running through your body correctly, and so your body start to inflame. And so you can work on the part that aches, or you can work on your fingers because the fingers is where the blockage appear. So I want you to take your left hand. We're going to massage all the joints. You take your right thumb and just massage. Use the bone massage the joints. Now you will find that when you massage your fingers, you actually get relief throughout your body. Okay, one at a time, right? One at a time. Especially when you're flying, when you like sit in the chair for 14 hours, whatever, and you don't have enough exercise, you have breath circulation. It turns out that massaging your fingers helps. Okay. Now I want you to massage top of the fingers. So one at a time, like this. Okay, one at a time, and including your thumb. Okay, one at a time. Now I want you to massage the inside of the finger. Put the fingers together, squeeze your fingers, and the other side. Okay. Now we're going to learn to do some tapping again, this time the fingertip. So put the 10 fingers together like this. Okay, 30 times. Now this is good for your heart and your brain. Okay. Now we're going to massage these some energy points here. There's 6 of them. So one here is here. One is here. Okay. So imagine like come down here. This one is right here. Right here. Okay. So put that together 30 times. Okay, now the opposite of that is that the thumb. So this is the heart. This is it's actually the mental part of the heart. Okay, so this helps you sleep. And then over here is another energy point right here. So you put your hands together, like forming a V shape 30 times. Now this is your lung energy line. So this improves your immunity. Okay. Okay, now there's one magic energy point, and I use it all the time. It actually induces natural painkiller in your body, and it's right here. Okay, so this is called the merging valley. So when you form a V like this, it's on this side, on this side. Okay, now press on that. So in my case, when a lot of times, it happens in the middle of the night. You have cramp. I just press on this and it relieves the pain. You relax and then you go back to sleep. You don't even have to do anything. Okay. So let's do 2 things. One is that we learn to squeeze that point. Okay. So next time when you have pain in your body, wherever, right? So this releases natural painkiller in your body. Okay, so that's important. All right. Now the other one is important is in the center of the palm. So press on that. Uh, this is for your heart. Okay, and then on this side, press that. Then there's two or more energy point. This one is good for your sleep right here. So just below your finger, below your finger, and then right here below your thumb. Again, it's good for your immunity. And right here, right here. Okay, now we're going to put your palms together and generate some heat. This is very good for your heart. Very good for your heart. Okay. Now we're going to put that on the eye. Okay. Now we're going to put that on the temple. And then we're going to massage the side of the face, the front of the face, the forehead. Okay. The top of the head, that's the part of the brain that are responsible for all your analytics. The back of the head, the part that is responsible for the memory, and the lower part of your head, the part of your brain that is responsible for motor function. You need all of that, trust me. And then back again. And then very important that we massage the ear. We separate into three parts. This part will lower your blood pressure. Now, there's two reasons for high blood pressure. I already explained one, which has to do with your lung and your heart, not enough oxygen. The other one is that you have too much stress. Okay, so this one helps reduce stress. The middle part, and then the lower part. Okay, put your index finger inside, the thumb in the back, and then the tip, the edge, the ear loop, and then take your index finger and massage where the ear joins the skull. This is also good for high blood pressure. And then back on this side. And then put your two hands behind the ear and you stretch and you pop. Okay, now we're going to do back to the hand again. We're going to do more with the hand. And all 10 fingers facing forward. Okay, the 4 fingers are the spring, the thumbs is to lock down the springs. You stretch your elbow, you wind up the 4 fingers, but you hold it with your thumb. You get ready and you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Open the shoulder, energy point, gate to the cloud, lotus hand, right? Lotus hand. Put that on the gate to the cloud. Open the shoulder. Back of the hand facing the camera. Get ready. 1, back of the hand facing the camera. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. All right. So we're going to work on our feet now. Okay. Again, it's your feet are very important because it's part of your extremities, right? Okay. Now you feel your feet, they're a little bit cold. And I guarantee you that when you finish, your feet will be nice and warm. Okay. So we're going to start with the left foot. We're going to massage the toes, just like we massage the fingers. So we're going to massage not only the part that touches the floor, but also the neck area. Okay. And one in every. Now the toes are the beginning of the energy line. So there's 6 energy lines that originate from the toes, 3 yin and 3 yang, and they're actually very important. They're more important for your metabolic. Okay, now I want you to massage the inside as well. This part right here is very important for your high blood pressure because it's the energy line that has to do with your liver. Okay, and inside, inside, inside. Okay, now I want you to learn to massage this energy point. You see the ball of your feet, the bottom, and then you go in here. This is right here, this cavity. This is very important energy point called the gushing spring. Okay, all right. Now massage the ball area. Massage the heel. And then massage the arch. Now the arch has a lot of energy point. It starts, especially the one right here. right here. Okay, so this has to do with the splint, and this has to do with the kidney. So massage this part. Okay, now we're going to learn the massage around the angle. So locate the angle, the bottom and the back. Start with the back, go to the angle. Okay, this has to do with the kidney. Okay, now when I say kidney, I don't mean the organ necessarily, I mean the energy that are named after the organ. Okay, now so you locate the angle again, measure 4 fingers, you locate the bone on the downside of the bone, you massage that. This is called the 3 yin meet. This is where all the 3 yin energy line meets together. And then now you locate this bone between your knee and your ankle. Inside the bone, you scrape that. Okay. So a lot of you have swelling in your feet. Swelling is very bad. Swelling because the swelling means that your water is not being returned back into your heart. The reason why you have water is because the blood has to return, and half of it is returned through your blood vessel, and the other half is through your lymph node. And so when you have swelling, it means that your lymph nodes are blocked. Right? That's very bad for your immunity. Okay, now we're going to massage the top part of the feet. Okay, just between the each toe. Come back, and especially this one right here. This is again has to do with high blood pressure. Okay, because it's half a reason for high blood pressure is just anxiety. Okay, all right. Now take the fingers, the toes, bend it back. You notice this tendon. Massage that. Okay, and then now we're going to do some clapping, and so bend back the knee and back to this energy point again. Now this has to do with kidney. Kidney is water. This one has to do with the heart. Remember, heart is fire. So this is called mixing the water and fire. Put that together, forming the pocket, empty hand, 30 times. Okay? Okay, massage. Now while we at it, we're gonna tap this energy point right here. It's at the lower part of the calf. This energy point is very important, especially um, it especially with Alzheimer. Okay, dementia. Okay, all right. So 30 times. Okay. Now this is scientific. So it's in San Francisco, University of California, San Francisco has a research center for Alzheimer, and they noticed that the patients who have Alzheimer, this part is very weak. Okay, and I noticed that in my father as well. The muscles are gone. Okay, no, back to the right, the neck part, the inside. If you massage your feet before you go to sleep, you will sleep really, really well. Okay, now massage the gushing spring right here, and then massage the four area, massage the heel, massage the arch, all the way from bone to bone. Okay, and then massage the bottom and the back of the angle, and massage about 4 fingers right here. Okay, and then do the scraping, improving the circulation, and then massage the top part, back to the thumb, And then especially where the two bones join together right here. Okay, right here. Now, back to the bottom of your feet again. Bend back the toes, massage the tendon. Okay, and then 30 times clapping. Get ready, go. Continue. Okay, now in the lower part of your calf, 30 times. Okay, now we're going to work a little bit more on the this. We did everything on the yin side, which is the part that are behind this. Not now the yin side. Now we're going to work on the yang side. The yang side is the part that is facing the sun. That's on the side, in the front, and also the back. Okay, so first here. So this is the energy lines is named after the gallbladder. We were working on the neck, on the shoulder, is part of the energy line. So between the knee and the hip, pick two energy points, separate into three equal parts. This one is called the marketplace for the wind. Okay, so these two energy points actually reduce your chance of having a stroke. All right, get ready, go. Okay, now when you do this, you do it with empty fist. So don't lock your fist like this. Put the thumb on top. Okay, get ready, go. Okay, now we're going to do that below the knee. So feel the cavity here, and then it can't go anymore because of the knee. So this is called the spring at the bottom of the hill. Okay, so right here. So this actually improve your immunity. This is a very popular point for acupuncture. Get ready, go. Okay, now in the middle. Now in the lower part. Okay, so this is the yang energy line that we name after the gallbladder. Now, in the front part is the energy line that we name after the stomach. So there's an energy point right here. It's very famous. So you go to the knee, you find the two thimble, you measure 4 fingers, you locate the bone, and it's right outside. Now this one is called the emperor's point, and I'll explain that in a minute. Okay, ready? Go. Okay, now it's called the emperor's point because back in the days when we used to have royalties in China, the emperor would eat a lot, and then after the meal, they would massage this point for them. Okay, now we go one more. Get ready, go. Okay, so top to toe, right? A very comprehensive set of exercise. Okay, now, so T made a comment about how um, Um, People will often wake up in the middle of the night and then can't go back to sleep, right? Now, there's a number of reasons for that. One is that it's easier to sleep in the early part of the night because your body is tired. So your body needs rest, so you just go to sleep. But then after your body recovers, then you have a hard time. You have a hard time sleeping again, and that's because you have too much stress hormone. There are two reasons that I mean that's, and it's similar to the other comment that was made at the end of last class when someone says, "Oh, I feel like I want to go to sleep now because she's too relaxed." You can't sleep because there's no melatonin in your body. You don't have melatonin in your body because you have too much cortisol. Cortisol has a way of pushing away melatonin as well as collagen, okay, and then everything else. So it's back to how to manage your cortisol again, especially when you go to sleep. It's time to tell your body that you're not in danger anymore. It's time to stop releasing cortisol. Okay, so how do you do that? So I'm going to teach you how to sleep. I'm going to do 5 minutes worth of sleeping meditation. All right, so first you find a pillow, okay, but it's a pillow of the right height, okay? So it's not too high and it's not too low. If it's too high, it's no good. If it's too low, it's no good. And you need to sleep on your side if you want to sleep well, okay? Don't do this, all right? And you can choose to sleep on your right side or your left side. Right side is a little bit better than the right side because then you're not pressing on your heart. Now, when you sleep on your side, you start with a completely stretch out position like this. Okay, stretch your body a little bit and then relax. Then you find a spot where the bone is touching the flesh and vice versa. So you want to make sure that you're not touching bone and bone. So just relax your knee, curl up your feet just a little bit, but don't sleep like this, okay? Because you don't want to put pressure on your upper torso. So just bring back your feet a little bit so that the bones are not pressing on the bone. Now you sleep like you meditate, okay? So you now the question is, where do you put your hand? I just put my hand on top of my head, and for no reason, only because I was taught that way. But on the other hand, my teacher is a monk. He has no hair and he gets cold at night. So he puts his head on top of his head to keep warm. I don't actually have to do that, but I do it anyway. So I just put one hand over here. And then the other hand, you can just relax. Or more properly, you put that under the belly, under the rib cage. So you put a little bit of pressure right where the diaphragm is. But you don't actually have to do that. You just relax. Now you sleep like you meditate. You focus on your breathing. I know that I'm breathing in. I know that I'm breathing out. You feel your stomach. I know that I'm breathing in. I know that I'm breathing out. That's the beginning of your meditation. It's called the knowing. Now comes anchoring. You anchor on your stomach, anchor on your belly button. As soon as you know that you're breathing in, you move forward, opening up your stomach. As soon as you know that you're breathing out, you collapse your belly button to your back. And let's try that. 5 minutes, okay? Now, if you fall asleep, I'm not going to wake you, okay? Try this. Okay, wake up. Now, many of you are returning student. I know that, right? Many of you are returning student, and I know that because you don't type anymore. You remember when we first started, everybody find it necessary to type the comments, say hello to each other, and all that. And that's not because for some reason you lose your third hand, right? That you can practice with two hands and you still have one extra hand to type. That's not because you lose your third hand. It's because you learn to temper your mind, right? You don't find it necessary to keep your mind busy, but instead you have a place to anchor your mind. Now, sleeping is the same way. Sleeping the same way. People cannot sleep. Of course, there's biological reason, but many times it's just mental. You can't, for some reason, you don't know how to put your mind, and your mind is everywhere. You're creating stress hormone, right? And then, and then, you can't sleep. And often the other reason is that when you wake up in the middle of the night, you have to find activity to keep your mind occupied. So you go to the kitchen, you warm up some milk, you use iPhone, whatever, just to keep your mind busy. So you need to train your mind so that it's not necessary. Okay, so if you do wake up in the middle of the night, try not to do too many activities. You got to go to the bathroom, so you do that. You come back and you meditate. And also try learn to use the snooze function on your alarm clock or your iPhone. iPhone gives you 9 minutes. So as soon as your alarm clock run off, it's time to do meditation. So you stretch out, you focus on your breathing, and you let your body chemistry reverse itself. Let the cortisol rise so that the melatonin reduces. And now you don't need you can wake up fresh. Okay, it's all about training your mind. All right. Now there was some. Let me just see if I could answer one or two questions because today I'm far away. Uh, all right. So probably the most important question is the one that says, "What happens if I feel threatened?" If I feel threatened. Okay. So um, if you're in fact um, being physically threatened, then you need to do something, right? I talk about a neighbor. I mean, if you hear your neighbors yelling and screaming and taking down your walls, then the threat is real and you need to deal with it. But oftentimes it's just a memory of the threat. It's just when that unpleasant feeling comes, whether it's fear, anxiety, anger, or whatnot, we don't know how to deal with it. And that's why a big part of exercise is about feeling it, accepting it, and then just letting it go. So I think one example that would be very useful and it's worth repeating here is that a threat is like someone would take a rock and threw it into a pond and creates a lot of ripple. And you have to deal with the residual ripple. And so imagine you're sitting there and you're focusing on your breath and you're calming yourself as if you're calming a lotus pond. So you're not disturbing the mud that is in the bottom of your pond. It's nice and clear. You can actually see the light reflecting off the surface of the pond. We call this bliss. And someone walked by and take a rock and threw it into the pond, and it just create a lot of ripple. And we feel anger, we feel anxious, and we feel threatened. So what do you do? Do you follow the rock all the way to the bottom of the pond and let it stir up all that mud, and then now the threat is already gone and you still feel threatened? Or do you not follow the rock and just focus on the pond again? Even though you can feel it, you can learn to accept it. And then you can learn to let it go and come back. And this is skill. This is skill. That's why we need to anchor our mind onto our body, anchor our mind onto our breath. It's all training. It can't be done. Okay. All right. So I'll see you all next week, and practice, practice, practice. Okay. Be good. Be happy. Be peaceful. Be healthy. Bye bye. Okay. Sinh nhật Jakin.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, bye everyone. Thanks for the donation. Bye bye. See you next week.